coronavirus. Today I'm just going to look at some of the terminologies being used there that we could be confusing or just confusing us, those terminologies. We have words like quarantine, like self-isolation, and then social distancing. We just want to know what exactly this means and if we do actually understand them. The first one I will quickly start on is the quarantine. What does quarantine mean? Quarantine is mainly for those at the risk of having a COVID-19 infection, but not known to be already infected. So you are at the risk of having the infection, but probably there is no confirmation that you are already infected. Now, which categories are we talking about here? This is mainly applies to people who, for example, have just traveled back from the growing list of countries with a lot of infection. You know, so many, you know them. I won't go through them. But of course, we know countries like China previously. Now we have Italy, we have the USA, and then surrounding countries like others just close by that have a big infection rate. So if you're coming from those countries, you've been exposed to people in those countries, or to someone who has tested positive to the coronavirus, you are requested quarantine. Quarantine means keeping you somewhere for a period of about 14 days so that authorities can continue monitoring and seeing if you are developing any signs and symptoms of the virus in that period. The 14 days, why the 14 days? The 14 days is known to be the incubation period for the virus. So if after the 14 days you don't show any signs, then probably you're cleared to go. Then what about self-isolation? Self-isolation is mainly for people who have tested positive, okay, with the COVID-19. So you've gone for the testing and your results come out positive, but you could be able to look after yourself, okay? You could be able to look after yourself or be looked after by someone, okay, in your home, okay? So that's a self-isolation for people who have been tested and the results are positive, okay? You can only come out of self-isolation after you undergo another 2 tests, which have to be negative, and these 2 tests have to be within a period of at least 24 hours apart. And then the last one is social distancing. Social distancing simply means keep a social distance, stay away from people, keep away from people. Okay, the social distancing came into implementation because research had proved that that virus, of course, as we know, it moved through coughing or talking while spitting or sneezing. So the virus can travel within a distance of about at least 1.5 meters. So if we can keep that distance, probably if someone sneezes or is coughing or is talking while spitting, that may not reach your face, okay? So that's what we're mainly looking at today, making it quite brief. Just the quarantine, self-isolation, and social distancing, what it means, that is it, okay? And let's be clear about what we are talking about and what we are referring to. All right, I won't take it any further. Thank you very much. Please stay safe and remember to respect the measures that have been put in place by your respective governments. Okay, thank you very much, and enjoy